Oh, girl. Oh, that is... Do you enjoy a good espresso martini? Well, so do I. But I'm not a bartender. I don't really know how to make an espresso martini, but I do know how to order them. So in this video, what I'm going to do is pull a really good shot of espresso and take elements that I know are a part of an espresso martini and try to make one myself. Let's see how this turns out. The cornerstone of all this is going to be the actual espresso that I pull. So I'm going to put a lot of time into that shot, and I'm going to talk about some things that I think are important in our puck prep. But when it comes to the alcohol side of things, I mean, I'll play around. I'll take some pieces that I've learned from bartenders as they've made me espresso martinis over the years, such as like this absinthe over here. That's a very oddball to throw into an espresso martini mix, but I've had it in espresso martinis before, and I think it adds a really cool element. So I think what I'm going to do is 18 grams of coffee with 36 mil yield, so a 1-to-2 ratio. I think that's going to act as a good cornerstone for this. So let's get 18 grams of the AK. 18 grams. Well, that looks quite nice. Just pour a little bit of water on my finger. Oh, Lord. A little drop of water on the beans. That's my RDT, as simple as that. That's why they call it the rush droplet technique. It's a droplet. You don't gotta soak those beans, dude. You don't gotta get too crazy with it. Now, let's get that portafilter. And we will put that on the scale. Put this ring on top. Magnetic ring there. And then Z it. And I will go ahead and add that to the grinder. Go. Let's see, double check our scale, and 18 grams, perfect. Bam, now this will go on here. Wise distribution technique. Let's break up those clumps. No clumps and no lumps, that's what I always say. And let's pop that off. Beautiful, nice fluffy bed. Let's get that out of the way. Move my tamp real quick. Put this wedge tool on top, and let's distribute. Nice and evenly distributed. We love that. That's looking good, but wait, there's more. Let's tamp. This tamp is actually made from a coffee tree. The wood is. I personally just think there's something very special about preparing coffee with the tree that gave it life. Time to fucking crush you now, bud. Tamped. Good tamp. I'm gonna put one of these Sybaris espresso filters on top. Again, just making sure this bed is getting evenly saturated so that we have no channeling and we have a good shot of espresso at the end. Now, got our puck prepped. Alcohol side of things now. So here's where things get a little fucking weird. Where do I even start? Well, I think I need one of these things. I need vodka to start with. That's probably a good direction. Yeah, we'll do 1.5 ounces. How about that? And I know bartenders like to hold them like that. I'm assuming we put everything in the big container, not the small one. Guess we'll find that out too. Fuck it, let's just get right to the tippity top, you know. We like to get a little silly. We like to get a little froggy. Damn, there we go. And damn, that looked almost professional, like that. Next, Kahlua. Do about a halfie. Beautiful. Next, the absinthe. Ooh, I like that noise. Let's hear that again. Well, not quite as good as the other one. I want one more. First one was better. Wormwood. Not a lot, just a little sample of it, a little taste. Spicing things up. And finally, the finishing touch. I've seen people use quite a bit of simple syrup. I don't think we need to use a ton of simple syrup. A little bit of sugar goes a long way. So I use just a tiny bit of simple syrup in here. Just a tiny bit. think we're good on that end. Now we need the espresso. So let's go ahead, pull a shot of espresso. Why not? Why not us? Now what I'm going to be doing is maybe a 5 to 10 second pre-infusion, then I'll pull the shot and we'll stop our shot when we hit 36 mil. There it is. Oh, that's very pretty. I like that. That's a good shot. Very nice. That is a very, very pretty shot. I like that. And then she goes. Next, we want ice, right? Ice makes sense. So, a bit of ice will do it. We'll just fucking wing some ice in there, I guess. Oh, God. There it is. There it is. Plenty of ice. Airscape's got a few different purposes. Now, this is the weird one. I see bartenders doing it. I think you put it on like that, and then you give her a good smacking. You also give her a good smacking, lad. and then I think the way it goes now is you just kind of. Yeah. That's the key. Ask anyone and they'll tell you, fuck. A little lightheaded from that. I think you give this a good smack on the side and that breaks the seal or something. Oh yeah. Damn, that's creamy, dude. We're getting creamy over here, brother. All right, now the strainer. I really don't get the straining thing, but we'll find out. We'll find out what it do. Let's see. Oh, girl. Oh, that's a beaut. That's a fucking beaut right there. Dude, all the haters that doubted me, they're in shambles right now. That is fantastic. That is really good looking, but we're not done. Always remember to do your 3 espresso beans for good luck, brother. Oh, that's pretty. That is a really good looking espresso martini too. Look at that. That is, it looks pretty, but does it taste pretty? Well, let's find out. That's fucking delicious. That is just perfect. I mean, we have that really nice chocolatey and caramel aspect of the actual shot that we pulled, paired with the Kahlua. Again, that absinthe just brings this other element that makes this a little bit more interesting. We have good sweetness there. It's all very balanced, and the alcohol isn't overpowering either, but it's definitely present. It's definitely there. So we have a really, really fucking good espresso martini. Of course, I've absolutely had better out there, but I am not at all upset with this. I think the key element, the key thing that we should focus on is pull a good fucking shot of espresso, right? You have a good shot of espresso, I think that's half the battle right there. That's all I've got, but I want to thank you so much for stopping by, and I will catch you on the next episode of Coffee or Die. All right, give me a good sit. What do you think?
I need to get more of my mustache.